Hi there, I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent Training. In this video, we'll look at how to pronounce units of time like second, minute, hour, day, week, month, year, decade, century, and millennium. So let's go through these and break them down to help you to pronounce them smoothly and easily. So we'll start with the smallest standard whole unit of time, the second. Of course, we can go smaller with milliseconds, etc., but we're not going to go into that in this video. The word second has first syllable stress. It sounds like se. It's the red tent vowel in the first syllable. So thinking about that like second, we basically have no vowel in the second syllable. So this letter O is going to be either a schwa or almost no vowel at all. Go right from the K to the ND, knd, second. And stretch out, be long on your first syllable. Then when we get to minute, we also have a long stressed first syllable with the I vowel, like it and did. Same vowel in the second syllable, but much shorter, minute, minute. So it is like the word it at the end, even though it's spelled here with letter U. That sounds like min it. So second, minute. Hour, even though we have the letter H, we don't make any sound for the H. We just have the hour diphthong. So this is something that you can get more help with in my video about the hour diphthong, looking at hour, flower, power, etc. Other words that have this hour sound. I would just, I think, probably write it like this kind of hour, or you can think about it like ow, hour, if that helps you, to make sure that you have that gliding w sound as we move from the diphthong ow into the tight back hour. This hour and this hour, so 1 hour and our friend, have the same pronunciation. Then when we're looking at the next unit of time, the day, we also have the diphthong here, the A sound. Just make sure that you hold your A longer and you relax and close your mouth as you're saying that vowel A, day. I wouldn't really rewrite that anyway, except for just like that. It's pretty straightforward. When we get to week, that's also pretty straightforward. The EE letters say the tense E sound. This kind of week, as in 1 week, has the same pronunciation as weak, the opposite of strong. When we get to month, this is a little bit more challenging because we have the nth at the end, month. And letter O says vowel schwa. So I'll rewrite that with a U for you, month, to help you think about that sound, keeping this, it's central, no rounding, nothing like an O, but rather an month. If you find it difficult to put the N and the TH together, you might find that you have to have the tongue tip ready for that sound with the tongue between the teeth. And if I do my N sound with my tongue tip behind my teeth, like month, it takes too much time to move. And so what I want to do is say month with my tongue tip already between my teeth. Just close off for the N a little further back on your tongue. We talk about this in several videos, including some videos I have about linking words. We do the same thing if I'm saying something like in the or on the, where I co-articulate those sounds and I form my N slightly differently so that my TH sound is easier to say. Then moving up from month to year, I also have several videos about year, including one talking about the word year versus the word ear. Looking at year, you want to make sure you don't leave off the y glide at the beginning and that you have a nice tense ear sound. So it's just like the word ear with a gliding y sound at the beginning. You could also think of it like a tense E, ear. When we go to decade, we also have first syllable stress and that red tent vowel. Just like in second, where we have the S sound, here we have the dec. This one is sec, just like the word deck. But unlike the word second, second has that short reduced vowel. In decade, we have a clear tense and the diphthong A with a clear vowel. So decade, I do want to have the dec syllable long and the aid syllable shorter, decade, but I have the stress, but I still have the clear vowel A in aid. You thought we were out of room? We are, but we also have two more, so let's just review these. Second, minute, hour, day, week, month, year, decade, which is 10 years. Then we move to 100 years, which is the century. Here we have 3 syllables, century, and letter C says the S sound. Again, there's our red tent vowel, like in second and decade. Letter T says the ch sound, so you might write it like century. That we have that forced, that plosive ch sound. And then the UR just says the regular and we end with the tense E, century. And then the millennium, so that's 100 years, and millennium, 1,000 years. We have second syllable stress. So our letter I is going to say a short reduced I, or even a reduced schwa. I'm going to write that like this, ma. Then we have our red tent vowel in our stress syllable, len. That's where I'm going to be long. I'm going to hold that len with a clear vowel. I have a tense E, and then another schwa sound, millennium, millennium. So when I'm talking about the millennium, I'm talking about we just started a new millennium in the year 2000. We'll start our next new century in 2100. Our next decade will start in the 2030s. We're in the decade of the 2020s now. Our next year, obviously, will be 2022. I will have a video talking about how we pronounce 2022. I've been working on that since we did. I do have a video for 2020, 2021, talking about the different correct ways you can pronounce those years. Our current month, week, day, hour, minute, second. I won't get into those details. But of course, many of you, all of you, probably understand and use these words, but in these kind of everyday but important words, making sure that you understand what the vowel sounds are, what the syllable stress is, and how to use them correctly and pronounce them correctly is important. You want to have these kind of basic, everyday but important words correct and fluent and easy to use in your speech. So this all came from a request for the word decade, and if you have a request for a word or words you'd like to see me cover in the series, feel free to leave that in the comments for this video or any of my videos. I'll add it to my list to cover in a future class. If you have a question that can't wait, you can attend our Friday live question and answer classes on YouTube. Those are at 12 o'clock noon, Seattle time, 3 o'clock Eastern time. People write their questions in the chat and I answer them for them live. And we talk about words, sounds, accent, lots of details to help you improve overall in your pronunciation. Also, another way to get a quicker response for your word is to join as a channel member. You can click the join button on this video or any of my videos and see the kinds of perks that I offer for channel members. They can make their requests at any time and I will cover them for them each Sunday in a members only class. They can also attend those classes live and ask their questions, or they can watch the replay, but they'll still hear the answers that they were looking for. So thank you, those of you who have joined as channel members. I appreciate your support. And everyone, thank you for watching today and being a part of SpeechModification.com. I'm Christine Dunbar from SpeechModification.com. Remember, if you want to sound like a native speaker, you can do it. SpeechModification.com. Bye, everyone. See you again soon.